We'll now move on to the next round, which is the economy. I'd like to invite Shen Yon for a 3-minute fact presentation.
You see, they accuse people without facts. If UMNO is really racist, UMNO Putra, why 7 out of 10 billion in Malaysia are Chinese?
Please stick to the topic beyond economy.
Economy, right? Yeah, this is on economy. It's something to do with why billionaire economy. Okay. In terms of economy, I dare to bet that there is no way under Pakatan Rakyat it will be better than PN. After Najib have taken over, Malaysia got lower inflation, full employment, alright, strong foreign reserve, GNI increased by 49%, 5.6 GDP growth, alright. What we call that, we are the 15th best in the world to pay tax, 4th in the world to protect investors, 12th most competitive country in the world. And also reported by London Financial Times, a foreign holding bond increases by 555% since 2009. We got the 3rd highest FDI in Asia. We have created more than 330,041 jobs in the last 2 years, while Penang dropped by 10,359. And this is not by me, not by Malaysia statistics, it's by World Bank, it's by the economics, it's by JP Morgan, it's by Wall Street, by all the international neutral experts who actually acknowledge Malaysia economic strength. So anybody who get doubt, go further and investigate whether what I'm saying is true or not. Malaysia is doing better under Najib. Number 2, if you want to compare, alright, Malaysia economy, you compare now with Pakatan Rakyat State. In Pulau Penang, our GDP national under Najib 5.6. Penang latest GDP is negative 1.8 under Lim Guan Eng. If our foreign direct investment increased, Penang decreased by 73% under DAP Lim Guan Eng. And they want to brag about their state surplus when they transfer 90% of the Penang state water debts to the federal. Very simple. When federal debt increases because Penang transfer, oh, PN is not good, our debt increases. Oh, Penang is very good, our debt surplus. I tell you, this is not right. If not because of PN's take over your debts, you think Penang will have surplus? And most importantly, in Kedah, Barisan Nasional have ruled for more than 55 years, the state debt is 1 billion. Less than 5 years, Pakatan Rakyat take over Kedah, now the debt increased to 3 billion. Can you imagine? Barisan Nasional 55 years, Kedah debt 1 billion. Alright, Pakatan Rakyat in Kedah 5 years, the debt increased to 3 billion. Congratulations, Kedah. And then we talk about things like what we call creating, okay, very simple. You see, our economic was at the peak now because Najib is the Prime Minister. Alright, after March 2008, compare with Najib is also our finance minister. Do you know when is Malaysia worst world economic crisis, worst Malaysia crisis? It was in 1998 when Anwar was the deputy finance minister and deputy prime minister.
Shen, you're now invited to a 1-minute questioning to Chong Zimin. Please proceed, Shen.
My question will be as simple as we take something that we can evaluate because PR Noyen take over federal government, so we take just Kedah, as simple as that. So why BN 55 years in Kedah the debt is 1 billion, Pakatan Rakyat 5 years in Kedah the debt is 3 billion?
Chong, you have 3 minutes to answer and rebut.
Very typical BN supporter kind of response. He only look at one small part, cover one small part. The big picture he doesn't want to look. Look at Penang first. 2003 to 2007, under Goh Sukun, foreign direct investment 18.69 billion. Under the new Pakatan Rakyat government, 2008 to 2012, 36.137 billion. And do not try to take credit on that. Do not try to take credit on that. We double your foreign direct investment. Even if you take into account your inflation, we still win 9 straight. And Mr. Shen keeps saying that the reason because Penang government can have a budget surplus is because we transfer 90% of water debt to government. There's either two things that will happen. It's either Najib is so stupid to accept this debt, or Lim Guan Eng is so smart. If it is so easy to transfer the debt and get a budget surplus, why don't you do it during Goh Su Kun era? Why you need to wait until 2008, Pakatan Rakyat government come in, only can get budget surplus? The fact is, ladies and gentlemen, Pakatan Rakyat did a better job than the previous BN administration. In Selangor, 6 consecutive years, we have a budget deficit under Kee Toh-Yeol. After 5 years taking power, we have 600 million worth of subsidies given. We still have 2.5 billion cash holding. Where does the money come from? Because we try to eradicate corruption. And Penang, same thing. We acquired 600 million of debt under Goh Su Kun. And we paid off 95% of this state debt in 3 years, until 600 million to 29.7 million. And then we have a surplus increase from 2010, 33 million to 2011, 38 million. Kedah, same thing. 2007, we have a 9 million timber revenue under Barisan Nasional. In 2011, we have a 79 million timber revenue, 9 times compared to the BN government. Talk about Perak. Perak, we hold the state for 10 months. Doesn't matter, let's compare. Perak in 2007, the timber revenue, 16 million. Under PR 2008, 10 months only, we have a 40 million timber revenue. The fact is, for our economy to move forward, we need to stop the leakages. We need to stop corruption. And this is part of the BN system. There is no way BN can do away with corruption. If BN try to eradicate corruption, the whole system collapses, UMNO will implode.
Chong Zemin, please proceed to a 3-minute fact presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's be frank on this. Since 1957, since Merdeka, Malaysia has been trapped in a middle income trap. In 1966, and a lot of us find it very hard to believe, our GDP per capita is US dollar 350. Compared to South Korea. South Korea is only US dollar 130. We are way ahead of them. But what happens after almost 50 years of rule? After 50 years of Barisan Nasional rule, our GDP per capita increased to 9,977. But South Korea increased leaps and bounds. 22,424 US dollar GDP per capita. After 50 years, South Korea came out with very famous brand, smartphone, Samsung. Taiwan came out with HTC. What do we have in Malaysia? CSL. We cannot produce world competitive smartphone. We can only produce pirated VCD. In 1963, Malaysian per capita income is 13.6% of USA. Come 50 years later, compared to South Korea and Taiwan, they are 10.7 and 12.6%. But after 50 years later, we are only half as rich as South Korea and Taiwan. So what happened after these 50 years of BN rule? Why are we lagging behind? Talk about illegal capital. This is not what Pakatan Rakyat leader says, not BN leader says. This is from GFI, Global Financial Integrity. The illegal capital outflow, illicit, black money that flows out of Malaysia is equal to 32,000 ringgit per capita. That means for every Malaysian standing right now, in 1 year, 32,000 ringgit goes out of Malaysia illegally. Where the money goes, no one knows. To which bank account, nobody knows. And this is a world champion. Compared to China, it's only 6,400 per capita. And based on GFI 10-year estimate, the total black money that goes out from Malaysia is equal to 285 billion US dollar. How much is 285 billion US dollar? Malaysia GDP in 2011 is equal to 278.67 billion. So GDP is what a country produces, and and the service that we produce, the value. So in this case, if there is no black money that flows out of our system, if the money is inside our economy, all of us here, all Malaysians, can go back home, sleep for 1 year, no work, our economy is still better. Washington-based International Confederation of Investigation Journalists, ICIJ, recently showed files that Malaysian politicians, 1,500 Malaysians, own offshore bank account in countries like Singapore and British Virgin Islands. So if you want to know where does the black money goes, this could be an indication where the black money goes. Thank you.
Chong Zemin, you may now proceed to a 1-minute questioning of Sean Yeon. Chong.
Penang give cash handout to the people because we have a cash surplus. We have money. Selangor gives subsidies to the people because we have cash surplus. We have money. But Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak, consecutive 15 years budget deficit without money, national debt historical high, still want to give brim. In your personal opinion, is this an irresponsible act for government, bringing the country at the brink of collapse of bankruptcy? Thank you.
Chen, please proceed. 3-minute answer.
I love this question very much because if you were to analyze 3 days back, Rafizi Ramli came out and said that if Pakatan Rakyat was to take over, the cash handout was not only sustained, but they also were increased. Hey, come on lah. So if you said Najib, one, we are wrong. Your Rafizi own self said not only was sustained, but increased. Hey, this I said you all realize or not, from starting until now he keep bringing 1950, 1960. I think that was Lim Kee Siang was younger time. Oh, I forget Lim Kee Siang 73 years old. Okay, you see, you're talking about 1960, 1970, Malaysia losing to South Korea. Why not talk about Najib after March 28? Our GDP now is higher than South Korea. We are not living in the past. We don't vote for the past. That was our great-grandfather. We vote for the future. We vote for what we see now under Najib. And BM 55 years, there's so many debts. Come on, out of the 55 years, right? 17 years, okay, Najib Anwar was actually in power. And 35 years, their Chua Ju-Ming was actually in MCA as a minister out of that 55 years. And then now you want to talk about, just now, don't forget, he never answered to my question. Why Kedah, BN, if it's BN so lousy, so corrupted, 55 years, 1 billion debt, he's 150, in 5 years, 3 billion debt, he failed to answer. And he only talked to you about what Penang, how we call it, their FDI increase and stuff like that. No, that was earlier. Penang FDI decreased by 73%. And most importantly, the topic related to illicit outflow. It's not only BN fault. You know why? You know lately, alright, when reporter asked DAP Lim Guan Eng, did you invest 3 billion in China, Wuhan, for what you call that, project electric, something like that, in Wuhan, right? Lim Guan Eng said, I'm not aware of that investment. You have to ask my deputy whether he did invest or not. Come on. 3 billion ringgit as a chief minister, you tell me you're not aware? He never denied, he said he did not aware. So this might be the first 3 billion from DAP that illicit outflow. Number 2, don't forget World Bank and international reporter, alright, did say that Anwar have 3 billion money outside from Malaysia. This contribute to another illicit outflow. So it's not only about Barisan Nasional. Pakatan Rakyat also do have illicit outflow. Alright, and then he want to talk about what we call that Penang. Don't forget, lately DAP Kapal Singh also acknowledged that Penang development is also due to gerakan of the late Tun Dr. Lim Chong Yu. When it's good, we give credit. And if Penang is so great, what about Kedah? What about Kelantan? But Penang isn't great anymore because I have told you already. Alright, and the question is, why if we can transfer to what we call that federal, we don't do it earlier? Because we are not as cunning as DAP. We last time, federal is BN, state is BN, we transfer also go back to BN, we transfer also go back to our country national debts. If just now they talk about national debts, when we transfer, we will actually increase our national debts. Aren't they not hypocrite? So when they transfer the national debts to the, what we call that, national, and then they claim credit that they are good, for not forgetting about our federal.